Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gubin. Here are the stories that we're following today, September 3rd, 2013. In Grenada, longest serving head of state dies. In Guyana, rice shipment intercepted with cocaine and wasn't scanned. Regional airline CEOs to debate the realities of intra-Caribbean tourism. And disruption crisis almost over, says Liat. Details on these headlines and more when we return. Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gubin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Total Caribbean Network. The man who served as Grenada's second Governor General after the island gained its independence from Great Britain died on Monday. The 78-year-old, who has been ailing for some time, died at his home in St. Paul's. Sir Paul Scoon was Grenada's head of state for 14 years, from 1978 to 1992. Scoon was born on July 4, 1935 in Guayaquil and had his primary education at St. John's Anglican School and then the Grenada Boys Secondary School. He then received an external degree from the University of London before going on to study at the University of Leeds, England, and gaining an MEd at the University of Toronto in Canada. He returned to Grenada to teach at the GBSS, but he moved from teacher to chief education officer and finally becoming secretary to the cabinet. He was awarded the OBE in 1970 and in 1973 he returned to London to fill the post of deputy director of the Commonwealth Foundation. In 1978 he was appointed Governor General. By the time Sir Paul Scoon left office, he would have worked alongside 6 heads of government and established an interim government in the aftermath of the collapse revolution. His memoirs are published in a book entitled Survival for Service that provides a personal account of his experiences as Governor General. The Guyana Revenue Authority on Monday said the shipment of rice in which cocaine was found was not scanned because the profile did fit a high-risk category. GRA's Commissioner General Khurshid Satur said the high-risk profiling based on several criteria, including their reputation, shipping history, destination country, and type of goods, concluded that only physical examination was required. And I quote, "As such, the shipment was not profiled for scanning, but for physical examination. Hence, based on the risk assessment, the Drug Enforcement Unit was not required to be present during the examination of the rice shipped. However, physical examination was conducted by the customs officer assigned to the Goods Examination Unit prior to the sealing of the container," he said. The physical examination, the GRA explained, entailed the observation of the packing or stuffing of the container with the bags of rice. The GRA further said that the bags would have already been sealed via a process for which the GRA is excluded. The 69 packets of cocaine in a shipment of Guyanese rice were unearthed in the Dominican Republic on August 12, 11 days after leaving Georgetown for Venezuela. The rice was being transshipped through Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. The GRA stated categorically that all standard operating procedures were followed by its officers in the processing of documents and examination of goods prior to the said export. The authority explained that based on the request from the Guyana Rice Development Board, rice shipments coming through that entity are granted via prior to processing, a system which is utilized under specifically defined circumstances. In accordance with the SOPs, the GRDB would apply to ship on behalf of the exporter prior to processing of the Customs Declarations Form C-72. The GRBD would then supply the covering letter regarding the PTP along with the C-72 form, the invoice and the CARICOM certificate of origin. And I quote, "These documents are then subject to our risk profiling system." The GRA said that systems are periodically reviewed and internal controls strengthened to ensure the integrity of all consignments shipped from Guyana. The organization assured that it remains committed to such reviews and to ensuring that SOPs are followed by officials. 2 Guyanese custom officers and 2 persons associated with a local rice milling company have been already questioned by the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit. Authorities in the Dominican Republic have arrested a Venezuelan man with false shipping container seals that match those on the container. He had traveled from Jamaica, where the Liberia-registered ship had first docked with the rice. In Barbados, regional carriers can be major contributors to the development of the Caribbean by providing reliable intra-Caribbean service and by bringing in visitors from the rest of the Americas, a senior Caribbean airline executive has said. Albert Clouvier, the CEO-president of Curacao-based Incel Air, made this observation as he prepares to share his insights and recommendations at the Caribbean Tourism Organization State of the Industry Conference. This year's conference will be held from the 15th to the 18th of October in Martinique and will focus on the theme, Perfecting the Experience, Delivering Authenticity. Clouvier said he was eager to share his views on the role of regional carriers as major contributors to the Caribbean tourism industry, as well as the advantages they bring and possible ways of growing the value proposition for the traveling public. Clouvier co-founded Incel Air in 2006, building on experience honed at Ernst & Young and as commercial director of ABN AMRO Bank. Together with his brother and business partner, Nico, he founded and currently manages Willemstad Private Equity Fund, which invests in a variety of Caribbean-based companies involved in trade, financial services, transportation, and real estate. He will join a panel that explores the realities of intra-Caribbean tourism and who gets it. This general session on Thursday, the 17th of October, will be moderated by former Liat CEO Brian Challenger and will also feature current Liat CEO Ian Brunton and Gary Force, the CEO of Seabourn Airlines. In what's expected to be an explosive session, the panelists and conference delegates will explore some of the major elements of the transportation dynamic, including challenges of maintaining a regional transportation network, the potential of a regional yachting sector, trends in Caribbean cruising, and the value of sharing intelligence and expertise among member countries. The worst will soon be over, according to key officials of regional airline Liat. CEO Ian Brunton says the transition to new aircraft, coupled with a very busy summer schedule and mechanical problems, including breakdowns, contributed to almost 3 months of flight delays and cancellations. These disruptions have exposed Liat to persistent damaging criticism from the traveling public, hoteliers, and other stakeholders. Speaking on Win FM's The Bigger Picture on Sunday, Captain Brunton indicated that the busy season almost over and the refleeting expected to pick up momentum, Liat's operations will be improving significantly. Brunton wasn't inclined to comment on calls for proper accountability and for heads to roll, as one angry hotelier put it. However, told that Liat appears to have undergone one of its worst crises under his stewardship, the beleaguered Brunton shot back. He said change was disruption, but that things would get better in the end. The Pilots Association, LIALPA, which has been critical of Liat management, agrees that the disruptions are likely to be less over the coming months. Association President Carl Berg said the end of the busy season will provide the airline with more breathing space. Lear is making a transition from its 20-year-old Dash 8 aircraft to newer, bigger ATR planes. It has already received 2 ATRs and is hoping to purchase a total of 12 at a cost of $100 million US. You're watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
Hey, excuse me, if you see me smiling, that's 'cause I'm chilling on Total Caribbean Network. This your boy Wyclef Jean, man, and I'm chillin', man. Total Caribbean Network. Man, I love their style. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out of pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out of pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.